Today we're taking you through the single worst, but also most important day in Fallout history. The day the bombs dropped. You're lying face down in the middle of a road. There's ash falling from the sky like snow. Except it's black, and it smells like burning plastic. The neighborhood you've lived in for 6 years is gone, and you didn't make it to the vault. But let's rewind a few steps. It was a normal morning. You're eating a bowl of sugar bombs, and the TV is on in the background. The news anchor is talking about the war with China, same as every morning. They liberated Anchorage a few months back, soldiers in power armor stomping through the snow. The footage played on every channel for a week straight. But the war didn't end. It just moved somewhere else. Gas rationing extended through the winter, another factory converting to military production. You stopped really listening to this stuff months ago. Everyone did. The war has been going on so long, it's just background noise now, like weather reports for a city you don't live in. Your wife, Elena, is packing lunches at the counter while Mr. Handy hovers behind her, wiping down the stove and humming some old song from its speakers. She holds up 2 bags. B gets the one without the apple. She'll trade it away and come home hungry again. Your daughter, B, is 7. She's sitting on the floor trying to put shoes on the dog. The dog is not cooperating. It's the most normal morning in the world. The Vault Tech radio ad plays during a commercial break. You've heard it 1,000 times. That cheerful jingle, the cartoon Vault Boy giving a thumbs up on every billboard in town. You and Elena applied 2 years ago. Went through the interviews, the physicals, the background checks. You got a letter back on nice paper with the Vault Tech logo. Waitlisted. Close enough to taste it, but far enough to forget about it. Elena asked you to follow up. You said you would. You didn't. The war kept not ending, but also kept not getting worse. And at some point, you just stopped thinking about it. The vault was for people who believed the worst was actually coming. You weren't one of those people. You drop B off at school. She waves at you from the door. You wave back. You drive to work. The parking lot is full. Your coworker Gary is complaining about the coffee machine again. Everything is completely ordinary until 9:13 in the morning. That's when the sirens start. Not a test. You know what the test siren sounds like. They happen on the first Tuesday of every month and they last exactly 3 minutes. This is different. This time it's not stopping. The sound fills the entire building, rattling the windows, vibrating in your chest. Everyone freezes. Then everyone moves at once. Someone turns on the break room TV. The emergency broadcast screen is up, that colored pattern with the tone. But then it cuts to a man behind a desk. He looks terrified. He's saying words, but you can't hear him over the sirens. Someone turns the volume all the way up. You catch pieces. Confirmed nuclear detonations on the East Coast. Strategic launches detected. Seek shelter immediately. This is not a drill. The room empties in about 4 seconds. People are running to their cars. Some are crying. Some are on their phones. But the calls aren't connecting. The lines are jammed. Every single person in America is trying to call someone they love at the exact same time. You try Elena 3 times. You try the school. None of it goes through. You get in your car. The streets are already a disaster. Everyone had the same idea at the same time, and now nobody is moving. Horns blaring. People driving on sidewalks. A car crash at every intersection. A Protectron is still standing in the middle of a crosswalk, waving its clunky metal arms, directing traffic that stopped listening to it 10 minutes ago. A man abandons his car in the middle of the road and just starts running. You don't know where he thinks he's going. You make it to the school in 20 minutes. It should have taken 5. B is standing in the parking lot with her teacher and a group of kids. B runs to you. She doesn't understand what's happening, but she knows it's bad because the adults are scared. And adults aren't supposed to be scared. You put her in the back seat and drive home. Elena is already there. She's standing in the driveway with a suitcase. She packed water, canned food, clothes, the first aid kit from the bathroom, the emergency radio you bought 3 years ago and never took out of the box. She looks at you and says 2 words. The vault. You know she's right. Waitlisted or not, it's the only real shelter within 50 miles. You load the car and you drive. The road to the vault is packed so tight, nobody's moving faster than a jogger. Half the town had the same idea. You're crawling along, bumper to bumper, and the sirens are still screaming. The sky looks normal. Blue, a few clouds. That's the thing that messes with your head. The sky looks like a regular Saturday, and the world is ending somewhere you can't see yet. You hear the first one before you see it. A sound like the sky tearing open. A deep rumble that builds until your whole car shakes. Then the horizon lights up. Not like a sunset. Like someone turned on a second sun. Just for a moment, far to the south. A white flash, so bright you see it through your rearview mirror. Then the cloud starts rising. That shape you've seen in old photos, in civil defense films they played in school. You never thought you'd see it for real. Elena grabs B and covers her eyes. "Don't look at it, baby. It's just a storm." You keep driving. People are panicking, swerving off the road, abandoning their cars. You pass a Vault-Tec billboard on the side of the highway. That same smiling Vault boy giving a thumbs up. The mushroom cloud is rising directly behind it. You see a family running on foot with grocery bags. You see an old man sitting on his porch, just watching the cloud rise, not moving at all. You make it to the vault entrance. It's chaos. Hundreds of people are crowded around the hillside where the massive round door is set into the rock. Vault-Tec security guards in full gear are holding the perimeter. They have a list. They're checking names, scanning IDs, and they're not letting anyone through who isn't on it. You push through the crowd with Elena and B. You get to the front. You give them your name. The guard scrolls through a clipboard. He looks up. "You're on the wait list, sir. Wait list isn't active. We're at capacity." Your stomach drops, and for a moment, you forget how to breathe. Elena starts talking fast. She's calm, but her voice is shaking. "We have a child. She's 7. Please, we applied 2 years ago. We did everything you asked." The guard looks at B. Something in his face softens for half a second, but then it goes flat again. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't override the roster. The door is closing in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. You look at the vault door. It's enormous, a gear-shaped slab of steel that must weigh 100 tons. People who made the list are filing through in an orderly line. Vault-Tec staff are handing out blue and yellow jumpsuits at the entrance, strapping Pip Boys onto people's wrists as they pass through. They look scared, but they also look relieved because they know what's on the other side of that door. Filtered air and clean water, and a chance at surviving this. You look at the crowd behind you, the people who didn't make it. They're screaming, pushing, begging. A woman is holding up a baby, pleading with the guards. A man in a business suit is waving cash. Guards aren't budging. The list is the list. Elena looks at you. You look at B. This is the moment you'll replay in your head for the rest of your life, however long that turns out to be. The alarm inside the vault starts to go off. 2 minutes. The last people on the list are rushing through. The massive gears on the door mechanism start grinding. The vault is closing. You grab B and push through the crowd toward the entrance. A guard steps in front of you. "Sir, step back." You're not a violent person. You've never been in a fight in your life. But something takes over. You shove past him. Another guard grabs your arm. Elena is screaming your name. B is crying. People in the crowd behind you surge forward, seeing an opening. The guards push everyone back. You're dragged away from the door. The vault door closes. The sound it makes is something you'll never forget. A deep, metallic rumble followed by a thud that shakes the ground under your feet. Then silence. Some people drop to their knees. Some keep pounding on the door. Others just turn and slowly walk away. This was their only hope. You take Elena's hand, pick up B, and walk back to the car. You get them inside. Elena pulls B onto her lap and holds her tight. You close the door and walk around to the driver's side. That's when you hear that rumble again. For a second, you think it's the vault door opening. You almost smile. You look over your shoulder. The sky lights up. Closer this time. Much closer. The shockwave hits you before you can move. It throws you forward off your feet, and your head hits the ground. You're lying face down in the middle of a road. There's ash falling from the sky, and your ears are ringing. For a few seconds, you don't move. Then you hear B screaming from inside the car, and everything snaps back. You push yourself up. Windows in a building across the street blow out all at once, glass spraying across the parking lot like rain. The sky is changing. That ugly orange-brown is spreading from the south, swallowing the blue. The air smells hot and acidic, like the inside of a machine. You get in the car. You drive north. You put the blasts, the vault, and everything you planned for behind you. Elena is on the emergency radio scanning channels. Most of it is static. One channel has a voice, shaky and amateur, probably someone with a ham radio. He's listing cities. New York, Washington, Philadelphia. He's listing them like a roll call of the dead. You turn it off. B doesn't need to hear that. She's asleep in the back seat. She cried herself out somewhere around mile 30, and now she's curled up with her jacket over her head. You're glad she's sleeping. You don't want her to see the sky. The ash starts falling around mile 60. Black flakes drifting down like snow, settling on the windshield, sticking to everything. Elena turns on the wipers. They smear it across the glass in dark streaks. You tell Elena to keep the windows up and not touch the stuff that's falling. You know what fallout is. You paid enough attention in school to know that the ash is carrying something invisible, something that gets inside you and doesn't come out. You find a gas station off a back road. The power's out, but the pumps still have fuel. You fill up. Inside, the shelves are half empty. Somebody already raided it. A Nuka-Cola machine sits dark in the corner, its little light dead for the first time you've ever seen. You grab what's left. Bottled water, crackers, batteries. Elena is already looking at the map, tracing back roads north with her finger. You drive until the gas runs low. You stop at a farmhouse set back from the road. Nobody's home. The front door is unlocked. There's a basement with concrete walls, canned vegetables on a shelf, a hand pump well in the yard. It's not a vault. It's not even close. But it has walls and a roof, and it's the best you're going to get. You carry B inside. Elena fills every container she can find with well water. You drag a mattress down to the basement and close every window. You stuff towels under the doors and set up the radio on an overturned bucket. You didn't make it to the vault, but you made it to tomorrow. And tonight, the only thing between your family and the end of the world is a door that's made of wood instead of steel. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see more Fallout content. Also, watch this video next.